welcome, shalom, Erev Tov, good evening. We welcome you to our advanced grammar class. And tonight we're starting the mean prepositions. This will be an introduction. It'll probably take us this week and next week to get through mean prepositions. This week we have some vocabulary for you. And so we put it up here on the board. So this is the first one. So who has it? Alright, I'll go with Josh first.
Me.
Me. Everyone say me.
Me.
Me. Me. No, me. Me.
Me.
Alright, me.
Me.
So give it to me.
Mem.
And
Whatever goes after.
the dash. Because this dash is actually a part of the word. This is the word me. This is the prefix me. It's a prefix.
Like in me, combo.
Yes. What?
No, I'm trying to remember where I've seen it.
Okay, so the dash is actually a part of the word. So in other words, when you see this prefix, now it's tricky. We're going to talk about this not tonight, later on. We're going to be talking about this, but introducing it to you that we did tell you about the mean prepositions, and so this is one of the mean prepositions. Okay? That it acts as a prefix. It can have a dash, but it does not have to have a dash. So sometimes you will see the mean preposition with a dash. Sometimes you'll see it without the dash. Okay? When you see it, it's easier to recognize, correct? Yes. That dash will tell you right away, this is a preposition, this is the preposition me, and it is the mean preposition. The mean prepositions mean from or out of. So when Pharaoh's daughter pulled Moshe from the water, out of the water, min chamayim. And interesting that Moshe's name means, what does Moshe mean? Anybody know?
No.
Rivers, from something.
Drawn out.
Right?
Okay, so the mean prepositions. Me is one of them. Means from or out of. Remember, I gave you this one last time. We didn't meet last week because my voice was real cracky. I gave you this preposition last week or 2 weeks ago. To or toward. And I believe, let me see if I want to make sure I'm speaking correctly here. So give me.
Wasn't it 4?
Yes.
Two toward.
That's what I'm checking. I want to make sure. 2 toward or for, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You should say a 4 forward.
Correct. All right. So this is related. This is related to this here, for and from. Okay. They're related. One going to, one coming back. By the way, there was some confusion. We had discussed this a while back, but just for clarification, the word bo, the Hebrew word bo. Good. Bo means come,
And it means to go.
and it means to go. So you don't know if you're coming or going.
Which happens a little lately.
Huh? Right? Every morning. I don't know if I'm coming or going. This morning, I was going out the door, and Josh took the truck so I could have the car because the not nice weather and everything, and I appreciate. But all my stuff was in the truck. So the gloves that I used are Josh's gloves, but I use them, and my charger, and what else was in there? My stripes cuff, so I don't have to pay extra for my refills. And so all my stuff was in the truck, and he had taken off, and I was there as I was going out the door. I was thinking, all right, well, Josh has all my stuff in the truck. I had my coat. I was going to wear my jacket today because it was kind of cold, so I laid my jacket down so I could pick up my med bag and my coffee cup and get everything ready to go. And then I was going to pick up, but as I was doing that, I was thinking, Josh has all my stuff in the truck. And I walked out the door, and I left my jacket on the couch on the sofa. So it was a little chilly today. So I don't know if I'm coming or going. All right. Next one. Charity, you got it?
Me,
Say it again.
me,
Me?
with the E.
You're close. No.
Me,
E-I.
E-I.
Okay, the E would be the three dots. Okay. So E-I. So give it to me.
Me. E-I. Dash.
Dash. Very good. All right. And so this is me. And what is me? It's a mean preposition. Same thing. So both of these are here. And we'll discuss the distinctions between them. This is just an introduction. This, who's got the next one? Patrick?
Me.
Mean. Everyone say mean.
Mean.
Mean. Right here. Everyone say mean.
Oh, mean.
This is the preposition. This is the root. Okay? This is the root of these two. So this is mean. Give it to me.
Nun
Nun Sophie. Alright? So you have mean. So what all three of these will mean from or out of. What you're going to find is that the mean preposition is the most versatile of all the prepositions in Hebrew. It works everywhere. It goes into everything. So you will see one of these forms of mean a lot. Me, me, or mean itself. You will see these a lot in Hebrew. Now, the rest of these, most of them should be familiar to you because we use them often. Okay, so they should be familiar to you. So we're going to go up here. This one probably not so familiar. There's two of them that may not be too familiar, but the rest of them should be familiar. So right here. Nora.
Zahav.
Zahav. Everyone. Zahav. Right here. Zahav. Z-A-H-A-V. Zahav. Zahav. Everyone. Zahav. Again. Zahav. Give it to me.
Zain. A. Hey. A. Wait. Good. I was telling Josh right now that it looked familiar, but we've been reading the Psalms since before, right? But even more so every night since we found out about this title. And so we decided to start, since we already know it in English, we decided to start reading it from the Orthodox Jewish Bible, which throws in Hebrew
Hebrew
words.
words, yes.
So then, because we know what it says in English, when we go, it says Zahav, and I was like, I recognize that word, and I recognize that word. I was like, how do I recognize that word? No, the Psalms. And yeah, it was.
Okay, so Zahav. So what is Zahav?
Gold.
Gold, very good.
Not gold.
Gold, Zahav. Gold. So everyone say it again, Zahav? Gold. All right, the next one. Josh.
Free.
Correct. But let me correct it.
Free.
There you go. Sorry, left the Dagesh out. Okay, Peri, everyone. Peri. Peri. Okay, so do it again. Peri. Peri. So say it now. Now you put the p. Remember that means what? Short. Okay. There's no vowel sound there. So it's going to go from the p to the resh very quickly. From the p to the r very quickly. Peri. Peri. Remember that the r comes from the roll is where? The back of the throat, okay? So the back of the tongue, from almost like a G sound, you're almost swallowing it, back there. So peri, from the back, peri. All right, so try it, peri. Say it again, peri. Say it again, peri. All right, give it to me.
Short. Resh. I can have to you.
Peri. And peri means? Huh? Fruit. Very good. So we say, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen.
Oh my goodness.
Duh! There it is. All right. Light came on. Ding!
I'm telling you, I was a little tired.
It's okay. Okay, so again, that's what we say for Kaddish, right? The fruit of the vine, the cup, the wine. Okay, this is the blessing for the wine. So, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Again, borei peri hagafen. Let me take all this stuff out, and that way you can see it the way it would appear.
I don't want to.
See, just like that. Borei peri hagafen. Do it. Borei peri. Again. Borei peri hagafen. Amen. So, the fruit of the vine. Okay? Next one. Charlie.
Yayin.
Yayin. Very good. You would know that one. Yayin. Everyone. Yayin. Again. Yayin. Again. Yayin. Again. Yayin. Yayin. Give it to me.
Wine. Yod. Hey. Wine. I. Nun.
Nun.
Sophie.
Sophie. So yayin. And yayin means
Chin.
wine.
You just got it.
What?
That's what he said, you would know this one.
She's my drinking buddy. Anyway. All right. So yayin. Now, with yayin, yayin means wine. Okay. So there's this thing. I learned it. I was taught this when I was little. That wine doesn't necessarily mean wine. that wine can also mean juice. Okay? And this comes from fundamentalist circles, fundamentalist doctrine. Why? Because drinking alcohol in any form and in any shape, growing up as a fundamentalist Baptist, drinking any kind of wine, any kind of alcohol in any form and any shape was bad, 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 and you're probably going to hell. There you go. So, they come up with things. Understand that now there have always been groups who did not consume alcohol, and that's fine. If people don't want to consume alcohol, that's fine. But we must understand that alcohol has always been a part of the temple service. Alcohol. Yayin does not mean juice. Yayin means wine. Okay? When they're talking about juice, and this is why, when we're referring to juice, and in fact, the bracha, the blessing that we just said, Baruch atah Adonai Elokeinu melech haolam, boreh, created, peri, the fruit, hagafen, of the vine, is referring to anything dealing with the grape. So this bracha is used when you're consuming wine, or juice, or even the grape itself, or dried grapes, which we call raisins.
Would it be anything that would grow in a vine or just a grape?
It particularly has to do with the grape, but yes, anything that will grow on a vine. Yes. But the reason why I'm saying this is because we think of this bracha as having to do only with wine. But for example, in the assembly, when we say kiddush at the end of the assembly on Shabbat, we don't just serve wine, we serve what? Wine and juice. So the bracha refers to both. So the fruit of the vine, this kind of thing, this would apply more to juice. That it's talking about juice. But when the word yayin comes in, that they were to pour out a libation offering of a mean of wine, a measure of wine was to be poured out on the altar. Yayin. Wine is wine. It is what it is. So, in Judaism, it is acceptable to partake of alcohol if one chooses to do so. And it always has been. If one chooses not to do so, that is also acceptable. What is not acceptable is getting drunk. That is not acceptable. And often the verse that is quoted is where Rav Shaul, where Paul is speaking, where he says, "Be not drunk with wine, but be filled with the Spirit." But if you take the verse, because this verse has been used as a pretext, it was used with us in the Baptist denomination. You see, you shouldn't drink alcohol, you shouldn't drink wine, these kinds of things, because he says, do not be drunk with wine. But if we parse it, if we put it down to what it is, carefully, what does he say? Does he say, do not drink?
No.
Does he say, do not partake of wine? No. And in fact, we know that that was actually part of the temple service, and it was part of Pesach. And in fact, Pesach, we do what?
We drink.
We drink what? 4 cups. There's 4 cups at Pesach. And so, and the reason why, at every festival, we were commanded, at all the festivals, commanded to go to the Beit Hamikdash, to the temple, they were to bring their libation offerings. They were to bring their wine. And the reason for this, the rabbis tell us the reason for this. Why do we drink wine? Because we are commanded to be happy. And sometimes there are situations in life where it's very difficult for us to be happy. So what the wine does, you're not to get drunk on the wine, but what the wine does is it takes the edge off. Okay? Basically, that's what it's about. It's to help to marry your heart.
There's even that verse in the Psalms that says to give a man
who is in sorrow is to be given wine to drink. Yayin, not juice. What good is giving somebody a cup of juice if he's sad? What's that going to do? That's like giving somebody a sugar pill, right? Instead of medication or what have you. Rav Shaul, Paul, writes to Timothy that he's to use a little wine for because he had some stomach ailments. And he said, so for the sake of your stomach, use a little wine. By the way, do you know that most stomach ailments, I know, I'm very familiar with this, most stomach ailments are due to stress.
Yes.
They're stress related. Most of our digestive problems are due to stress. What does wine do? Well, basically it calms down the nerves a little bit. Okay? So, just throwing this in here for you, that yayin means yayin, wine means wine. When Paul tells Timothy to use a little bit of wine, he's using the word yayin, it means wine. When he says to give wine to a sad person, it means wine. When he says to pour out wine as a libation offering, it means wine. So wine means wine. Okay? Alright. Another cool one. Josh. Okay, good, except for where your emphasis goes. Very good. You have a double E here. Good. So the emphasis goes here. Cherev. So everyone, cherev. Everyone, with the back from the back of the throat. Cherev. 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 Everyone, cherev. So give it to me.
Het. I. Lees.
E.
Weet.
Cherev. And cherev means if I put this in here, take that out, now what do you have? Cherub. Cherubim. Cherub. The cherubim. Okay? So cherub. So what am I saying? I'm saying that the term cheruv comes from cherev. Okay? So cheruv.
It's a cough.
Huh?
It's a cough.
It's a cough? Okay. It still comes from there. Alright? The reason is because
The root of the arty, the French,
well, and actually you have the same sounding going here, so I'll have to study that. Thank you. But this is from what the rabbis say. This is why we were talking about on Shabbat that the Valentine's Day picture of the cute little angels, the cherubs. Okay? The term cherub comes from this. The term cherub comes from this, cherub. And the cherub, why the cherub? Because they carry a cherev. saying that these are sword bearers. These are the warrior angels. These are not cute little baby angels with little bows and arrows shooting into your pink little heart, making you fall in love with someone. These will take off your head. Excuse me?
Were they the ones described by the ones with the chariot?
Yes, these are also the ones that God places in the garden to guard, to keep Adam and Chava from coming near the tree of life. Okay? Why? Because if they ate of the tree of life in their fallen state, what?
They would live forever.
They would live forever in a fallen state. They could not be saved. Okay? So, they're sword bearers. They're also known, Jewish tradition tells us that these are big angels. Relatively speaking, compared to us, these guys are giants. These guys are very large. And where you and I have emotional attachments,
They do not.
they do not.
They follow.
Therefore, if God tells them to strike someone down, guess what? They strike down unquestioningly, without pity or remorse and those kinds of things, the kind of emotions that we would have. No hesitation. Okay? So, we need to stop thinking of them in that form.
We don't even celebrate them. Like,
Yes. We don't celebrate Valentine's Day. So. But all right.
sorry, her face is struck me.
It's okay. You lovers, not haters. Okay, next one. Say. Mitzbecha with a B. Put the dagesh in there this time. Mitzbecha. Can you see it? Mitzbecha.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone. Mitzbecha. Everyone. Mitzbecha. Okay. So here, the emphasis is going to be on the B. Mizbecha. 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 Give it to me.
Mem. Ad. Zain. Cut short. Face. EI. Chet. A.
Mizbecha means altar. Like the altar. Okay, another one that should be familiar to you. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Richard, you want to try it? Huh?
That side over there should know it.
Very good. Did you help at all? Or did he really get it?
Well, I wrote down like the translation.
I
so
see.
just had to say.
So he's reading Hebrew, he's learning Hebrew transliteration.
Oh, girl, I know.
That's all right. All right. So everyone say geffen. So here the emphasis, because it's a double E, just like in Keref. Put this back to where it is. Okay. So the emphasis goes on the first syllable. Geffen, everyone. Geffen. This is geffen. Okay. No dagesh in the P this time. Okay. So give it to me. Richard, give it to me. Yamo.
You said it, come on. E. Pay.
Pay, but
Fay.
fay.
The E.
And everybody help me with the last one? Nun Sophie. Very good. So, geffen. Which is what?
Vine.
Vine. Very good. From the same bracha as the peri. Okay? So, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Okay, just like on Eretz, remember Eretz?
And it changes to audits when you say ha.
Very good. When you add the ha, the Eretz is Hebrew for
Dirt, land,
usually earth, okay?
well, not dirt, that's dumb. Sorry, I'm getting my words mixed up.
So when I put the ha in front of it, this is going to make it a smooth flow in Hebrew. What happens is you go, instead of saying ha'eretz, it becomes ha'aretz, and it's almost like one word. So the E changes to an A. So it's ha'aretz. Ha'aretz, almost like one word, ha'aretz. Okay? So the same thing happens with geffen. In the bracha, when you say borei peri hagafen, so you have the ha here. So instead of saying hagafen, again the E changes hagafen. Okay? And gafen or geffen, vine. So Baruch atah Adonai, Baruch, blessed, atah, are you, Adonai, Lord, Eloheinu, our God, Melech, King, Ha'olam, of the universe, Borei, who created, Peri, the fruit, Hagafen, of the vine. Okay. We're going to stop there with the grammar. Next week we will take up mean in its, because, and you need to keep these on hand because we're going to be making sentence structure using sentences, grammar structure, these kinds of things. That's why we're giving you these words, because we're going to put prepositional phrases together with the mean preposition. Okay? So we will be starting the tree of life in 5 minutes.